Okay, this is a review for The Graduate for LTA Movie Club. Obviously, the first thing you have to talk about with this movie is Dustin Hoffman. He played a great character, and he played him really well. He was always in character, and he was always completely convincing. Sometimes I'm rooting for him, sometimes I'm unhappy with him, and sometimes I pity him. It's a funny thing though, in the beginning of the movie I didn't quite pick up on how fantastically awkward and confused his character was because I was relating to how he felt at the party, uncomfortable with all the people talking to him and questioning him and praising him. Funny thing, I'm strongly relating to an antisocial and uncomfortable person. But anyway, not noticing how odd his character was also kind of kept me from noticing the comedic side of the movie in the beginning. This movie isn't a comedy overall, but parts like him awkwardly stumbling through the process of getting a hotel room, that's definitely comedic, and there's no doubt it was intended that way. But there's also some decidedly uncomedic parts in this movie. There's a lot of pain and unhappiness, and there are times when you're really not rooting for the main character, namely when he's banging an older married woman. But then there's also romance and happiness, but it's always followed by tension and tragedy. But in the end, everything works out the way that really you so desperately want it to. It makes you sad and it makes you uncomfortable, and then it all manages to work out and you're relieved and happy. It's a very good, complex, and emotional story, which is interesting because reading a summary, I didn't exactly see how they were going to really make anything out of the plot. So if I can be a nitpicking little bitch about one thing in this movie, it's the choice of music. They used songs like The Sound of Silence for some points, and it just made it seem uncharacteristically dark. And I'm not sure what they were going for with such an upbeat, whimsical song when the love of the main character's life had left him and he was driving around frantically trying to find her. Also, there's the fact that virtually every song they ever played was only guitar and vocals, and that kind of got a little repetitive. However, like I said, that is me being a nitpicking little bitch. Overall, I'm not fantastically in love with this movie, but like last week's choice, I can tell it's very, very good. If you like sort of emotional, dramatic romances, you should definitely watch this movie because you'll love it. And one last point, I think the moral of this story is, don't screw older women. Nothing good's gonna come of the aftermath, and come on, you have a wrinkle fetish or something? So, anyway, see you next review.